Hello everyone, and welcome to another video designed to support my course It's Never Too Late to Learn IT. In this video we're going to look at the difference between save and save as. This is a talk I used to give to all of my IT classes, and it's something that mystifies even some quite experienced computer users. It isn't as complicated as it sounds, and once you've got your head round it, it's actually quite obvious and very easy to understand. So what is the difference between save and save as? I'm going to start with a new blank document. As you can see at the top of the screen here, because I haven't yet saved it, it doesn't have any name other than the one that Word has given it, which is document 1. So if I type something in here, it doesn't really matter, I'll just type a word. And I want to save it. So I come up here to File. Now the first time that you save a document that you haven't saved before, it doesn't matter whether you click on Save or Save As. You'll see if I try and click on Save, it's flipping to Save As. And that's because the computer doesn't yet know what you want to call your document or where you want to save it. So the very first time that you save a new document, it will always bring up the Save As box so that you can tell the computer what you want to call the document and where you want to save it. So it isn't any of these recently used folders, so I'm going to click on Browse, and I'm going to find the folder for this course, and I'm going to call this Demonstration, and I'm going to save it. Now I'll come back to the document and I'll make some changes. Now, if I just want to save the changes that I've made, I can just click on Save. You won't see anything happen. It won't ask me what it wants to call the document because it already knows. I've already told it what it's called. It won't ask me where I want to save it because, again, the computer knows that. I've already told it. So the very first time you save a new document, it doesn't matter whether you click on Save or Save As. You will always get the Save As box because it doesn't know what to call it and it doesn't know where to save it. From then on, if you just want to save your changes, all you need to do is click on Save, and the computer will simply save your changes because it knows what the document is called and it knows where you want to save it. So once you have a document with a name and a location, Save As takes on a different meaning, and in effect it means save as something else or somewhere else. So the most common reasons for using Save As on an existing document will be either to save it to a different location. So for example, you may be working on a document and you may want to save a copy of it directly onto a memory stick. Now you can do that from within File Explorer, which we look at later in the course, or you can do it from here. Just do Save As and change the location where you're saving it and save it onto the memory stick, which I'll show you in a minute. Or you can use it if you want to save a copy of the document and keep the original. So imagine, for example, that I've got quite a long document and I've made some changes to it, and I don't know which version of the document I want. Do I want the original document or do I want the version that I've changed? So if you do a Save As, so if I make some more changes on here, do I want this version of the document or do I want the previous version? If I just click Save, then this will overwrite the previous version. So the previous version will be gone and this is the version that will be saved on your computer. But you might actually want both versions because you might not know which version you'll finally want to keep. So that's another use for Save As. I can show you that. So if I now go File, Save As, and I'm going to call this Demonstration 2, it knows where I want to save it. I'm still saving it in beginning computing, so I don't need to browse for a different location, but I just want to change the name. So I've changed the name and I'll say Save. And now, if you look at the top of the screen, the name of your document has changed. This is now Demonstration 2. Demonstration 1, the original one, I think it was called demonstration, is still there. So I now have both of them saved onto my computer. So I can open and look at either. So I've just plugged a memory stick into my... So now I'll demonstrate to you save as somewhere else. I've just connected a memory stick to my computer and I want to save a copy of this document onto the memory stick. So we're going to go File, Save As. So this is save as somewhere else. So we don't want it in beginning computing. So we're going to browse for the memory stick, which is usually on the left hand side here under your computer. It's usually the E or the F drive. On mine it's the E drive. I'm going to click on the E drive. I want the same name as it's got on the computer because I just want a separate copy of it. So I say save. So to summarise, the first time you save a new document that doesn't have a name, it doesn't matter whether you click save or save as. You will always get the save as dialog box so that you can tell the computer what you want to call the document and where you want to save it. After that, if you just want to save the changes, just click on Save. You won't see anything happen because the computer knows where to save your document and it knows what it's called. So Save As now means save as something else or somewhere else. So either save the document to the same location but with a different name. If you want, that's usually because you want to keep the original and keep the amended version. Or save as somewhere else if you want to do a backup copy or save it onto a memory stick, for example, so that you can take it with you to show someone else. So I hope that's helped demystify the difference between save and save as, and I'll see you in the next video.